Hello, and welcome back to Nerd News. Today we have the Xbox Developer Direct, which just finished airing, and we have Harley Quinn, a very problematic Valentine's Day special. Let's get started. And first up, we have NIS 30th Anniversary Presentation. This is coming January 30th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and they will be showing, making new game announcements, merch, and they'll be doing giveaways, and I assume this means we won't get any Falcom games from them, but we'll be getting more NIS stuff, which, cool. We'll see what they have to present. I watched one last year, and it wasn't that bad. I think it was last year. I watched one before. It wasn't that bad. Hopefully this one's good, too, but we'll see. And next up, for the 5th anniversary of Celeste, we have a new physical copy being released. This is coming from Fan Gamer, and with the physical copy, you get the physical game and case, obviously, a game manual, which is pretty cool, and a poster. But if you get the the deluxe edition for $64, you also get a deluxe edition box. I'm just going to assume it's a larger box. A reflective art album, which sounds pretty cool. A reflective journal. I assume just blank pages. A J card that's in the shape of like the artwork that you would use in a cassette if you are old enough to know what that means. It's a digital soundtrack, but it's in the shape of a cassette, which will look neat if you actually get a cassette case to put on a shelf. Not a huge fan of it being a digital soundtrack, but for $64, I understand. I would have personally preferred to pay like $70 and just gotten a physical CD or something, but it's fine. A National Park bandana, a golden feather pin, and a souvenir magnet. Looks really cute. Really excited to see this getting another physical copy, just because the limited run copy can be very expensive. Just ahead of the initial complaint I can already see happening, limited run does not own the rights to this game, so even though the limited run pressing was a one-time, however many units sold, whatever, once it's done, they don't maintain rights to that. They can't prevent future copies from being distributed. So while they had to use all new assets to create this physical copy, so that's why the cover art and stuff is completely different from both the Best Buy and the limited run versions, they can still make a new physical copy. It's not like they're prevented from making a physical copy, which is why you'll see a lot of people ask for Shantae and the Pirate's Curse to be getting a new physical copy for the Switch, because the initial one is incredibly expensive, even for just the game. If you want the collector's edition, it's like $1,000 or more. So you see people ask for that to get a re-released physical copy. That's because Limited Run doesn't own the rights to the game or the physical copy. They can make another one. Not Limited Run, but another company could make another one. So something like this could happen with Fan Gamer coming in and making a new physical copy, and that would be great. But that's besides the point. In this particular instance, this is fantastic. I will definitely be picking this up. I did pick up the physical copy of Celeste from Best Buy. I missed out on the limited run version. But I do want this collector's edition, or this deluxe edition. Looks really cool, and mostly I just want that reflective art album. Big fan of art books, if you've watched any of my unboxings, and this is just an excuse to get another art book. And also, Celeste is a fantastic game. One of my favorite games of the Switch console. Obviously, it's on other things. This is available on PS4 as well. But of the Switch life cycle, this has been one of my favorite games to come out. And I will definitely be picking up this copy of it. Also, and this is kind of unrelated because I don't think this was released with this. I think this might have just been out for a while now. There is a plush set on Fangamer of Madeline and Badeline, and these are really cute, and I want them. Again, unrelated in that I think they've been out for a while. Some people, 7 months, a year ago, people have mentioned this. Like, they have reviews from a year ago, so these have been out for a bit. But I did not know they existed, and when I clicked on the link to look at the new copy of the game, this was in the recommended. This looks fantastic. I will be ordering these as well. So, suggestion. Buy some plushies for Celeste, because these are cute and the game is adorable, and you should definitely play the game. If you haven't played Celeste, play Celeste. It's fantastic. And next up, we have Goldeneye finally releasing on the Switch. I believe it's also going to be on Xbox Game Pass. This is coming 1/27, so Friday, to the Switch Online expansion pass for you to be able to play 64 games. And I know a lot of people are excited for this, so that's really cool. I honestly don't care. This game is terrible. If you haven't played GoldenEye before, you're not gonna like this game. It was really good 30 years ago when it came out, and there wasn't really a whole lot of FPS games on consoles, just at all. The 64's controller was really not set up for it. You can tell this game isn't very good when there was a controller option that had you using 2 different controllers for one player. You would sit there with one in each hand, and that's how you would play the game. It's ridiculous. The game is not very good. It didn't age very well. It's really cool for what it is, as a relic of first-person shooters coming to consoles. It's really cool for being just a licensed game. It's a really good. It's something that the people have a lot of nostalgia for. But honestly, if you've never played this game, you're not gonna like this game. It's not good. It runs bad. I hear that they made it run better on this and they gave it like widescreen or something, but not really sure. I'm not 100% sure on that because it's not out yet, but it's not a good game. I don't see this. If you don't have the expansion pass, don't buy the expansion pass for this. There's way better games on the expansion pass than this. This is just one of those games that like everyone knows and wants to play again, but as soon as they play it, they're gonna hate it and shut it right off. It's terrible. It's a bad game. And next up, we have the Xbox event, and it was good. It was a really good event for Xbox. To be fair, the bar for Xbox events is pretty low. They are almost always a just horrible waste of time. They're usually incredibly long and just filled with a lot of talking and not a whole lot of actual gameplay. But in this case, they showed the games, they looked good, and it wasn't that bad. It was only 40 minutes. This was solid. This was a solid developer direct from Xbox. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about Minecraft. We talked about this when it was announced. Couldn't care less about Minecraft. Comes April 18th of this year, so just a couple months away. Cool, whatever. If you're gonna play it, good luck. Minecraft's lame. Same thing with Elder Scrolls Online. They announced a new expansion pass, Necrom, and it comes June 20th. And cool, if you're gonna play and the MMO, go for it. It looks good. I have no interest though. But the games I do have interest in, Hi-Fi Rush looks fantastic. This game looks super good. I want to play this game, but it's only on the Xbox Series XS, and I don't have that. And it's out today, which is really cool, but I'm not going to go out and buy an Xbox to play this because it doesn't look that good. It looks like a great game. If I had an Xbox, I would definitely be playing this. Like if I had Game Pass if I had a Series X, I would go out and I'd be playing this right now. I would pick this up and play it immediately. Game Pass or not, I would pay for this game because it looks really, really good. It's a rhythm action game. It's got cel-shaded graphics. This looks fantastic, but not like console selling good. It looks like a game that I'm going to keep in mind for when I do eventually pick up an Xbox. Redfall actually looks a lot better than I thought. It kind of reminds me of like Call of Duty meets Resident Evil. I guess it's supposed to be horror. It doesn't look particularly scary, but it's vampires, I think they keep saying. So like, I guess, I don't know. It looks weird but fun. It looks like it could be a good game, but again, this is not something I'm going to go out of my way to buy an Xbox for. This is the kind of game where if I find it on sale, I might pick it up and give it a shot. Kind of like Deathloop, but I ended up not really liking Deathloop. But this still does look pretty good. I have nothing against this game. If you're excited for Redfall, it's probably going to be a good game. The only disappointment that came from this was Forza, and really just because they didn't have a release date. I will say that as a whole, I'm okay with them not having the release date for Forza because we did get a announcement for Hi-Fi with a release of immediately. So that's really cool. I can, weigh that out as we didn't get one for Forza, but I trust Turn 10. They always put out great games. Every Forza game has been really good. I have no issue with them, so I'm fine with them not giving a release date. I would have preferred a release window. Like if they just said holiday or fall, that would have been fine, I guess. But I'm comfortable trusting that they'll have the game out when they're ready. It's not that big of a deal. Even with the drought of Xbox games recently, I have very little concerns for a Forza game. They're usually out every year and they're usually good. No real concerns there. So I'm willing to give up that release date to get, in exchange we got a launch today of Hi-Fi. Obviously those two things are completely unrelated, but if I was looking at the Direct as a whole, I would have liked a release date for everything, but I wasn't really expecting any random drops for today. Like I wasn't expecting a launch for today. So I'm willing to give up the release date for Forza to get that launch for this. That's fine. That this is a solid B Direct, really good. Pretty much everything about it was good. I just don't have an interest in half of the games. That more or less half of the games. Two of them I want to play, Forza and Hi-Fi. Two of them I have zero interest in, with Elder Scrolls and Minecraft. And Redfall is somewhere in between. I'm not going to pick that up. I'm not going to pick any of these up at launch because I don't have the system. But I'm not going to I wouldn't pick that up at launch even if I did have the system. But if I see it on sale in a couple months, or if I just had Game Pass and nothing else to play somehow, I would give it a shot. And next up, real quick, I just want to talk about Forspoken and its everything. So it got a 68 on Metacritic, which is not great. I mean, it's fine. It's average, I guess. I guess a 70 is like, that middle ground, like a C. If you're, if you were grading it, 70 is like a C. So like 68's not good, but I feel like there's some problems with the game that we can just see. What I really want to talk about here is the dialogue for this game, because that's been just a big contention point, and I don't see why. I've seen a couple of videos of it. The dialogue's not that bad. Like, it's not good, but not terrible. Like, it's fine. It's serviceable. It's serviceable dialogue. It's obviously a random person being dropped into a fantasy world. So this is like a current teenager being dropped into a fantasy world would sound like. This sounds like realistic dialogue. You're probably just old and don't like the way kids talk. Like, honestly, that's more or less what it sounds like. Like, if you don't like the way 20-ish-year-olds talk today, you're probably not going to like this dialogue. But, like, that's fine. You don't have to. Not everything is going to be for you. It's okay. They're obviously trying to appeal to a younger demographic. It's fine. There's nothing inherently wrong. Like, I'm going to play some of the dialogue now. And if you don't see the dialogue, that's because YouTube said no. But I'm going to play some of the dialogue.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, talk to sentient cuffs, kill jacked up beasts. You know what? I'll probably fly next.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
If you could just master these new abilities, with my help, of course.
Did you not just see me take out that gnarly beast? Oh, bring it, you mangled monsters! Well, looks like this is the place. Seems like it's seen better days.
Well, you're not going to find what you're looking for out here.
I know. Great start.
See, it's not that bad. It's fine. It is aggressively mediocre dialogue. That's okay. The bigger issues are the massive open world with nothing in it. That seems to be the real complaint behind this game, and why it's got such a low score. People are joking about the dialogue and like, that's fine, but the game has actual issues that could have been fixed. The actual issues for the game seem to be the open world with a lack of things to do that are meaningful, and having just the general open world issues of a lot of side quests that don't really mean anything. Apparently it's hard to play. I haven't had a chance to actually play the demo. I downloaded the demo, but haven't actually played it yet. But it all seemed... apparently the systems around the game are kind of difficult, and... I mean, those are, like, actual complaints. I don't know. I just think it's... Like, I understand review scores don't mean anything, but I understand its score is a 68. It's probably not a great game. That's fine. I just see a lot of talking about the dialogue, and the dialogue's really not that bad. Like... There's worse Final Fantasy has had some worse dialogue than this. Like, if we go through the list of Square Enix games with shitty dialogue, this one's not really as bad as people are making it out to be. I've played some Kingdom Hearts games, played some Final Fantasy games. There's some bad dialogue in these games. It's just kind of the way Square makes games. They can be kind of lame sometimes. This isn't that bad. It's a little cringy, but it's not terrible. It could be worse. The dialogue definitely isn't the problem here. There's some problems with the game that could have been fixed, but the dialogue's fine. It's aggressively mediocre. And next up we have Harley Quinn, a very problematic Valentine's Day special. And this looks really funny. There's a trailer up. Looks good. The Harley Quinn show is great. Harley Quinn is a really good show. I've talked about it on here, I think, a few times before, but overall, the show is good. I really liked the last season, and can't wait for the next season. But Valentine's Day special comes February 9th. I mean, the trailer looks good, so I'm excited for this. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And let me know what you thought of the Xbox event. Was it good? Was it worth delaying nerd news for? Probably not, but it's fine. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow with more nerd news.